Yeah, 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 yeah. Nigeria is a good nation, a land blessed with natural abundance, abundance of resources. Nigerians are great people, we care for those around us. We blessed to be Nigerians. God bless Nigeria. Oh. Many tongues, many tribes all come together in peace, in harmony to become one. Oh, the beautiful people of Africa. In Nigeria we stand tall, to defend her glory, the glory of our kinsmen. Nigeria, 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 a blessed land, a blessed nation. We call Nigeria, Nigeria, the land of greatness, the land of great men. If we believe, you bless us. Ooh. The land of great men, the land of great men, the land of givers.
Hello beautiful people, I want us to check this out, and this particular video is being analyzed by a foreigner from a very strikingly interesting perspective. I am so impressed about this.
Arise, O Nigerians, the ancestors call to thee. The spirits of the spirits, the echoes of strength rings through the chosen. Arise, O the chosen ones, the giant of Africa, in unity.
I'm not a Nigerian, but for the past few years I've lived in Nigeria as a Cameroonian. There is something that I've noticed and I want to point out.
Alright, so before we proceed, his name is Joshua. This year 2026 will make it 6 years that he's been living in Nigeria. He relocated to Nigeria in 2020 as his family were victims of the Francophone/Anglophone war in Cameroon back in 2020. His family house was bombed amongst others, and he lost his father in that blast. And he's been in Nigeria since 2020.
I'm not a Nigerian, but for the past few years I've lived in Nigeria as a Cameroonian. There is something that I've noticed and I want to point out. We Africans, not just Africans, even any other person in the world knows how much Nigeria has influenced the world through their music, their movie, their culture, and their food. In fact, there's no way you go in the world without hearing about Nigerians or Nigeria. But the thing is, I feel like they are not getting enough respect from this great influence that they are influencing the world in this 21st century. Like, even right now, you go to most countries in Africa, the way people talk, the way they dress, the vibes, there's this littleness of Nigerian inside. This is something that you will not find in any other part of Africa. And Nigerians are not getting enough respect as they should. I've seen small countries like Ghana and Kenya coming out, like talking anyhow about Nigeria. This is the same country that does not have any influence in Africa. In fact, nobody wants to talk like a Ghanaian, nobody wants to speak like a Ghanaian, nobody wants to vibe like a Kenyan. So, but you see, they come out, talk anyhow about Nigeria. Another thing I've noticed is that not just outsiders, even Nigerians themselves talk down on their country so badly. Like, they even have a very big social media platform where they go there to criticize their own country, which is so bad.
Hey, my people. We all know that he just spitted facts. Nigeria is a big influence in Africa and the world at large. But let us narrow it down to Africa. There is no country in Africa that would deny getting the taste of Nigeria, either via diplomatic alliance, via cultural influence, via music and movies, especially our entertainment industries.
So here is the thing about Nigeria. I grew up as a young Sierra Leonean watching Nigerian movies every blessed day in my life. Sometimes I used to even take money when my mother is not around just to go and watch Nigerian movies, Aki and Popo and so many other movies around. And not only that, I actually grew up loving Nigeria so very much that I even made Nigeria my dream country to live. Because when I used to watch the movies, I used to see so many amazing things about Nigeria. And interestingly, everything I have come to learn on the internet space, I learned it from a Nigerian. Sometimes I do wonder when people talk about poverty in Nigeria, because if you look on the internet space, Nigerians, they go to clubs, spray money, and I think there's a lot of money in Nigeria. I was like, I want to go to Nigeria. I just want to live there because people spray money. Like, there is a lot of money in Nigeria. If you go to UK, you come to Russia, you go to any other country in this world, if you check for the black people there doing so very well, they must be Nigerians, or anyone who is doing so very well in that country must have a friend who is a Nigerian. I think Nigeria is not really a place for the Nigerians, because the Nigeria as a country is very small for the kind of knowledge, talents and people it has.
Currently, our fashion just took the world by storm. Do you know that from last year up through now, that so many celebrities across Africa do have Nigerian fashion designers? Dear Nigerians, is it not worrisome that foreigners are even calling us out on our lack of patriotism? It is coming from foreigners. Listen, only a bad person or a group of people who are bad will praise anyone speaking ill of their own nation. Be careful of mingling with people who constantly destroy their own, because one day it will be your turn and the fire do vam vam vam. We will be here watching.
Say whatever you want to say about Nigeria, but one thing the country is known for is freedom of expression. Yeah, you heard me well. Every day, Nigerians openly criticize their leaders on social media, national television, and even on the street, calling them out. From political debate to comedy skits to memes, Nigerians openly speak their mind about their leaders without any fear. This is something that you can't try in my country. I'm coming from Cameroon. Like, who are you to even criticize the government? This strong culture of speaking up is something that makes Nigeria really stand out in its political and social identity. Even activists, journalists, and everyday citizens, Nigerians openly speak their mind about their government without any fear. This is one thing I so much admire about Nigeria, and I wish we can emulate that in our country.
Absolutely, he's correct. You see, in every progressive nation, freedom of speech is allowed. But most times, my people abuse it. And they will not know how lucky we are to be able to speak out, to call out the deficiencies of our leaders. And that is why we are doing so much better than so many nations. Our politicians know very well that they will easily be dragged by the citizens. It is somehow keeping them in check. And it is what stood out for us. In this continent, most of the nations you see have citizens that are smiling and crying. I'm talking about neighboring nations and other locations or regions in Africa. Despite that their leaders or government claim that they run democratic government, they shut their citizens up for trying to speak out. So you only see a positive front while the nation is bleeding. Here in Nigeria, nah, we love basbos, from the politicians through the citizens. While speaking out, uplift this nation and speak out when good things are done as well. Use the energy you use in your criticisms to also praise the good things done in this nation. As for cursing my nation Nigeria, that is a no, no, no.
Do you know Nigerians living in Cameroon pay resident permit? Yeah, that's one thing most of us won't tell you. All Nigerians living in, not just Nigerians, even foreigners living in Cameroon, they pay resident permit every year. If you are being caught without your resident permit, you'll be arrested either by the police or the gendarmeries. So one thing I've noticed in Nigeria is that Nigeria is a very free country. They don't bother foreigners. They don't ask you for resident permit. As long as you are living peacefully, they don't have issue with you. Shout out to Nigerians and shout out to the Nigerian government.
Let me clarify something here and even shock you, especially foreigners. There is resident permit in Nigeria. But because you're a black or an African skinned person, nobody will stop you and ask you, are you Nigerian? We don't have that kind of time. However, when you enter into a problem and they realize that you are not Nigerian via your identity, maybe your NIN or your international passport or something like that, they will inquire to know when you entered Nigeria. And if it is more than 90 days, they will demand for your residence permit in Nigeria. However, it is actually rare. There is another resident permit. In fact, this is a very important part. It is called the state resident permit. I know many of you Nigerians aren't even aware of it. Remember that each state is autonomous and operates on its own. Hence, there is resident permit for everyone, both foreign nationals resident in the states and Nigerians who are both indigenous and non-indigenous of the state. For as long as you are resident in that state, you are expected to have your resident permits. In as much as it is not enforced, there are certain occasions that you will be mandated to submit your resident permit. I'm talking about occasions that you may want to benefit from government, like government grants, government loan, enrollment of your children into public schools, because you know that education, government primary through government secondary schools in most states are free in Nigeria and open to everyone, whether foreigners or non-foreigners, to benefit. Both the indigenes of the state, non-indigenes of the state, and foreign nationals. But you must present your resident permit to be granted access. When I was processing some documentations, it was part of the criteria. Let me show you my resident permit. That is LASRA. It's for everyone resident in Lagos, whether you're a Lagosian or not. Aside that, you may not be stopped by anyone to declare your resident permit, only when you are about to get a public support. Right? Free education, government work, scholarship, loan grant, or certain benefits. But what even surprised me is the comment section of this guy. Take a good look at this. Oh, Africa. Well, who am I? Their system is their system.
Nigeria has some of the most developed cities in Africa, especially in West and Central Africa. I mean, unlike other West African countries or Central African countries where you tend to see one or two cities, which is actually the most developed cities in that country that can stand up at international standard or African standard. Countries like Ghana, you tend to hear only about Accra, everyday Accra. You go to places like Ivory Coast, you tend to hear only Abidjan. You go to Togo, Benin Republic, or Burkina Faso, stuff like that, or Senegal, you tend to hear just their largest city, which actually serves both as the seat of government and also the financial capital. But that is not the case in Nigeria. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of cities, and when I talk of cities, I mean developed cities that can even be compared with those cities that you tend to call your capital in most West African countries. Yeah, honestly, you see cities that are not even like the capital or largest city. I mean, aside from Lagos and Abuja, you see cities like Kano, Kaduna. Those are the northern part. Then you come to the southern part, you see cities like Enugu, Port Harcourt, Uyo, Calabar, Ibadan, developed cities. At least Cameroon is even better. We have two cities, Douala and Yaoundé, but most West African countries, I haven't seen two cities before. I only hear just one city, which is actually their capital. So I want to know, is it because of the federal system of government in Nigeria, or is it because of the population that makes them have so much cities that are developed and advanced? So
there is nothing to argue here. This is very clear. We are Nigerians. We have so many cities. I told us earlier in one of my videos before now that we have over 700 towns, over 335 cities, and 16 big cities. We do not need to talk too much about it. Do not get deceived by how we most times drag our leaders.
Nigeria is a good nation. A land blessed with natural abundance, abundance of resources. Nigerians are great people, we care for those around us. We blessed to be Nigerians. God bless Nigeria. Many tongues, many tribes all come together in peace, in harmony to become one. Oh, the beautiful people of Africa, in Nigeria we stand tall, to defend her glory, the glory of our kinsmen. Nigeria, a blessed land, a blessed nation. We call Nigeria, Nigeria, the land of greatness, the land of great men. If we believe, you bless us. Ooh. The land of great men, the land of great men, the land of givers. Life treats you how you wish it. Life beckons on your aspirations. Men are gods and speaker. In the tongue lies the powers. Men are gods and spirit entities. Speak to the waters and roar command. The cloud moves to give way. The thunder barks. Oh,
Nigeria shares more similarities with the southern part of Cameroon than any other part in Africa. Like, if you want to check very well in Africa, you are going to think Nigeria shares a lot of similarities with Ghana. But I think there are more differences between Nigeria and Ghana than Nigeria and southern Cameroon. From food, language, accents, modes of dressing, and many other things. We share a lot of similarities to Nigeria than Nigeria shares with Ghana. So you should know that instead of walking miles away to go and meet Ghana, southern Cameroon is just there that you can like meet and collaborate more instead of going far as Ghana. Nigeria has over 30,000 filling stations. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's crazily massive. Like, that's way, like, I would say it's too much. There are filling stations everywhere in Nigeria. Even in their villages, they have filling stations. And one thing I so much admire again is that most of these filling stations are privately owned by Nigerians.
Is it because some of our Efulefus reduce themselves to nothing by comparing Nigeria with backyard communities? Listen, this nation is big. We have the resources and the structures as well as the facilities. Is it because we want better? We want more. We are meant to be better than so many European nations and even America. If we put our resources to good use and use the money we generate to work effectively for this nation, many nations will not see our back. We have over 33,000 petrol stations, over 12,000 in the north, over 11,000 in the west, over 11,000 in the east and south, and over 9,000 gas stations in this nation.
If there is anything I admire so much about Nigeria and Nigerians as a Cameroonian living in Nigeria, is their love for local content. Like, Nigerians love what is Nigerian. Okay, like, let me use KFC, for example. Since I came to Nigeria, I haven't seen any KFC. And people might feel like, oh, those people, they don't want to go to Nigeria because Nigeria economy is bad because of this. No, that's not the case. Like, Nigerians have their own KFC, what they call Chicken Republic or Kilimanjaro. In fact, many other crunches. And they value it more than the foreign brand. Like, they go there to get their chicken, their jollof rice, and it's doing well because this money that they buy from those people stay in Nigeria, and it's available across every town or cities in Nigeria, and even across other countries like Ghana. That's the power of supporting what is yours. I mean, you don't keep buying KFC, eating foreign brand where your own is there. So I really love the supporting spirit of Nigerians, supporting what is theirs.
My brother, I don't think so. I think you are mistaken, but I don't blame you. All right, we have KFC in Nigeria, all right, but it is managed under the Vianney International Nigerian Limited. All right, they have more than 20 outlets in Nigeria, but that is too small compared to the size of this nation. They have more than 20, but it simply means that across the entire 36 states, there are so many states with no KFC. Why? Because the competition is too high. So many other competitors will run them out of business. And I don't blame this young man, because maybe in the state that he's resident in, there may not be KFC there. Because KFC is mostly in Lagos, in Abuja, in Shagamu, which is Ogun State, in Ilori, which is in Kwara State, in Enugu, and in Oyo State, that is in Ibadan. Alright? Also, about 17 are located in Lagos, while the rest are scattered amongst these other 4 states. So you see that not more than 6 states have KFC.